Ever sink into like a beautifully restored vintage armchair and wonder who brought this back to life?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're diving deep into the world of furniture upholsterers today.
Yes.
The wizards who transform, like that worn-out furniture into treasures.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised at what we uncover in this deep dive with insights from our friends over at RoleCatcher.
Absolutely.
They're like the career gurus.
It's actually more than just like swapping out some fabric.
Yeah.
These folks are like furniture surgeons.
Wow.
We're talking rebuilding a piece from the inside out, padding, springs, the works.
Okay, so walk me through this.
Okay.
What does a furniture upholsterer actually do?
Okay.
I'm picturing in my head right now piles of fabric and maybe a power stapler.
Think bigger and way more intricate. They use specialized tools. Some you wouldn't believe, tack pullers, curved needles, even those spring stretching things you only see in old cartoons. They're essentially deconstructing it down to its bare bones before rebuilding it.
Wow. I had no idea it was so involved. And RoleCatcher even mentions that they use things like padding and webbing.
Yeah.
It's like giving furniture a whole new skeleton.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
And did you know with CAD software now, they're designing digitally too?
Oh, wow.
Imagine creating a 3D model of a custom sofa, perfectly tailored to someone's living room, before you even touch the fabric. That's next level upholstery.
Okay, technology and upholstery. I am learning so much already. So, from power tools to digital design, it's a lot more than meets the eye.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the day-to-day really like for a furniture upholsterer? Where do they even work?
Well, forget the fancy design studio.
Okay.
Think more along the lines of workshops.
Okay.
Maybe a factory setting, even their own garage or studio space, if they're rocking the self-employed life.
So not afraid of a little dust and maybe some loud noises.
Right.
But on the plus side, you get to see your creations come to life right there in your space.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, let's talk about what it takes to actually succeed in this field.
Okay.
Is it all about natural talent, or are there specific skills you absolutely need?
Talent helps, but according to RoleCatcher, this field is as much about dedication and hard work as it is about artistic flair.
Okay, let's break it down. What are some of the must-have skills for anyone serious about an upholstery career? So we're talking about more than just a good eye for fabric, right?
Right.
We're talking about building furniture from scratch here.
Not quite from scratch, but close.
Okay.
Think back to those tools we mentioned.
Yeah.
You'll need to master those, understand how different materials work together,
Right.
and develop those hand-stitching skills.
Yeah.
It's a craft that requires patience and a willingness to learn,
Right.
a lot like carpentry,
Yeah.
but for comfy things.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're essentially rebuilding and reshaping furniture.
Mm-hmm.
What about design skills? How important are those in the world of upholstery?
It's a huge plus,
Okay.
especially with the growing demand for custom work.
Right.
RoleCatcher's data reveals that those who can combine technical skills with a keen eye for design are the ones really thriving.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to walk into a client's home and envision a statement piece that perfectly complements their style. That's the magic touch.
So you're not just following instructions, you're collaborating, maybe even suggesting design elements.
Exactly.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the business side of things.
Yeah.
How does one even find their way into this world?
Yeah.
Are we talking formal training, or can you learn this on your own?
That's the beauty of it. There are options.
Okay.
RoleCatcher points out traditional apprenticeships are still going strong.
Yeah.
Imagine learning from a seasoned pro, mastering those time-tested techniques, and getting a feel for the business all at once.
It's like a crash course in real-world upholstery.
Yeah.
You're learning by doing,
Yeah.
side by side with someone who's been there and done that.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
What about those formal vocational schools or courses?
Yeah.
Are those a good route too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They offer a more structured approach.
Okay.
You'll get a solid foundation in everything from upholstery basics to advanced techniques. Maybe even dabble in some CAD design.
So you're walking away with a recognized credential and a broader understanding of the field.
Right.
That's got to be helpful when you're first starting out.
Yeah.
But what about those self-taught upholstery stars?
Yeah.
Is that even possible in this day and age?
You'd be surprised how many upholstery pros honed their craft on their own.
Really?
RoleCatcher emphasizes the wealth of resources available online. Detailed tutorials, virtual workshops,
Wow.
even online communities where you can connect with fellow upholsterers and get feedback on your work.
It's like having a global upholstery mentor at your fingertips.
Yeah.
But I imagine the self-taught path takes a special kind of dedication and self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
You're your own boss, your own teacher, your own biggest critic.
Yeah,
So there's definitely a lot to consider when you're deciding if this is the right path for you.
absolutely.
Okay.
But no matter which path you choose, one thing remains constant.
Okay.
The demand for skilled upholsterers isn't going away anytime soon.
Okay.
In fact, RoleCatcher's research suggests it's quite the opposite.
Okay, let's talk numbers. What's the job market really look like for upholsterers?
Okay.
Paint a picture for us. Okay, let's talk numbers. What's the job market really look like for upholsterers?
Okay.
Paint a picture for us.
Well, you might be surprised to hear that the Bureau of Labor Statistics projects steady growth,
Okay.
especially when you consider how much people love their furniture. But RoleCatcher digs a little deeper
Okay.
and reveals the real gems are in the specialized areas. Remember, we talked about custom work.
Yeah.
Turns out that's where it's at.
Okay.
People are craving unique pieces,
Right.
and skilled upholsterers are in high demand to make those visions a reality.
So you're saying if you can blend those traditional skills with a modern design eye,
Yeah,
you're golden.
exactly.
It's like being a furniture fashion designer.
Yeah, like that.
What about all those antique lovers out there?
Right.
Is there still a market for restoring those older pieces?
Absolutely.
Okay.
In fact, RoleCatcher found that upholsterers specializing in, say, mid-century modern furniture are booked solid. Turns out those avocado green sofas are back in style,
Right.
but they need a little love to shine again. We're talking about a whole niche of folks who want to preserve history and give these pieces a new lease on life.
So it's not just about technical skills.
Right.
It's about understanding the history, the materials, the craftsmanship of a bygone era.
Yeah.
You're almost like a furniture archaeologist.
Yeah.
It sounds like there are some exciting opportunities out there for anyone who's up for the challenge.
Absolutely.
This has been eye-opening.
Yeah.
What's the one takeaway you really want our listeners to walk away with today?
I think the biggest takeaway is that furniture upholstery is more than meets the eye.
Okay.
It's a blend of art, skill, and a whole lot of heart.
Right.
And the best part, there's room for all sorts of folks. Those who love the precision of traditional techniques, those who thrive on creative custom projects, even those who get a kick out of bringing history back to life.
So if you've ever looked at a worn-out chair and felt a spark of creativity, maybe this is your sign to explore the world of upholstery.
Yeah.
Who knows? You might just uncover a hidden talent and a passion
Yeah,
for a craft that's both fulfilling and in demand.
absolutely.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive.
Okay.
But remember, your journey into the world of upholstery doesn't have to end here. Keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows what amazing things you'll create.